Welcome back, everybody, to this week's edition of the FSI PGA Course and Event Preview. I am your host, John McNutt, aka John Cool 19. I am here to preview the 3M Open. This week's event is in my backyard here in Blaine, Minnesota. Super excited. Also, this past week at the Open Championship, Collin Morikawa, my boy, love to see him get the win. I did not play him nearly enough in DFS, but absolutely excited for him. He got his second major in just 8 total majors in his career, and it's just awesome to see him win. He is so good tee to green, and when that putter gets going, he's pretty unstoppable. Kind of sad to see Louis kind of fade on Sunday. Was rooting for him, had him in quite a bit of DraftKings, but nonetheless, let's jump into this week's event. Again, 3M Open. This is played at the TPC Twin Cities in Blaine, Minnesota, just a few minutes from my house here. The course is looking awesome. I have been by recently. The course, 7,400 yard, par 71 with bent grass greens. This course can be very difficult if you are not accurate off the tee. There is some wasteland type area. There is tons of water as well. It comes into play on lots of the holes, including this here photo of the par 5 18. If you remember back with the first event held at TPC Twin Cities, that was 2019, where Matthew Wolff eagled the final hole and Collin Morikawa birdied the final hole to win. Wolff to win by 1 stroke over Morikawa, and those were both just their first handful of events on tour. So really excited to be able to see some local golfers here this week. Tournament history. We only have 2 years of history to go by. Last year, Michael Thompson won it. The year before that, Matthew Wolff. Handful of good golfers were here last year and high up on the leaderboard, including Tony Finau, Max Homa. We will certainly be taking a look at some golfers like Charles Schwartzel, who has had success on this course, as well as really Matthew Wolff. He will be a course horse this week, having finished very well in each of his 2 trips. Adam Hadwin actually happens to have some really good history here as well. So just to name a couple guys we'd be looking at, these are the leaderboards from the past couple of years, but really I'm going to be more focused on the stats since we don't have years and years of history. These are the stats that I am focusing on most this week. This is absolutely a ball striker's course. As I mentioned before, drive accuracy is very important here. Finding yourself just off the fairway or in the wrong spot on the fairway can certainly lead to much more difficult second shots. I'm going to be looking at drive accuracy. Driving distance, not really that important. The course can play a little bit longer if they want it to. They can also shorten it up pretty drastically. There is a lot of real estate here at TPC Twin Cities. They can change up the tee boxes quite drastically day to day if they choose to do so. But really, drive accuracy is where I'm going to focus there. The off the tee numbers are important, but again, that driving distance really is not going to come into play. Also, around the greens and putting, not nearly as important this week. Much more focus on the ball striking aspect. This is a birdie fest. Birdie or better is going to be critical, or just searching birdie numbers as well. At greens and regulation, I need golfers this week in my DraftKings lineup. They're going to give themselves lots of opportunity at birdies, as well as just being on the green and being able to make easy pars. Focus there. And then par 4 scoring, that's going to be important every week. Often we'll go to par 5 scoring. There are absolutely some gettable par 5s, but there are just 3 of them this week. I'm going to focus a bit more in general here, par 4 scoring, and then load up ball striking and birdie or better. So that is going to be my focus as we head into the week. Some golfers that kind of pop just looking at these few key stats. Keegan Bradley, he always pops up when it comes to ball striking. And if you don't look at putting, Emiliano Grillo, same thing. He is another ball striker. Oosthuizen, who finished well at the Open. I am surprised to see him in the field this week. I will be taking a hard look at him for the 3M Open. And Hank Lebioda, I think, will be super popular. Rates out really well. Also has some good history here. So a couple guys to take a look at as you head into your research for the week. All of our videos, including our Tuesday pick show, will be on our website, fsidfs.com, as well as our YouTube page, Fantasy Sports Insight. You can find links to our Discord, as well as all our socials on Twitter at FSI_DFS. And I am your host again at JohnCool19. Thanks for watching.